Yo, what's going on with y'all? So, Clav apparently OD'd on stream. I don't know what be going on. It's kind of crazy to me. If that's what really happened, that's a little outlandish. But we gonna get into that. Make sure y'all subscribe, though. We on the road to 400. We got 5 days left. Come on, let's get into it, man.
Clavicular, who is known to have taken a cocktail of different substances and partially blowing up from the Aiden Ross admission that he saw him on his private jet taking math, and we're not talking about the subject in school. He OD'd live on stream. Yes. And this all started with him taking this substance.
Is there a trash can around here? I'm Clav. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Sorry. I'm trying my best to lock in, but I'm a little destroyed right now.
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil.
I'm Brazil. I'm speaking English also.
So this thing that he's down.
Yo, that nigga fried. Like, I'm... Yo, he out of... I ain't gonna lie. This is how I be when I'm off... when I'm drunk. I'll be nodding off sometimes.
Out of what looks to be a 5-hour energy bottle. It is some concoction of different drugs. And a little bit later, you would see that he would start to say he needed to sit down, and you could see his behavior just being really odd.
You know? Oh my God, man. Holy. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Holy. Oh my God, yeah. No, I'm having a good time. Holy. Yeah, let me go sit somewhere. Holy fuck. Let's go sit down right here. Oh yeah? Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy.
So eventually they go sit down, and then he just nods off.
When did you last take blue? You want natty? You want natty?
So you see your man's already, like, he already fading out. He gonna, like, bro, pop another Addy, bro. Like, this is what I be talking about with these, they're not even red pill, are they? They kind of just like a looks maxing group. It's like, I don't know. No hating to y'all beliefs, but I feel like the red pill and looks maxers, they brain don't be firing off in the same capacity as a regular person, bro. Like, I see my man's nodding off, bro. You good? You need some water? You need like a Advil or something? He see your man's nodding off. Yo, bro, where's the blow, bro? Like, nah, again. Get your man some water, get him out of there. What's wrong with y'all, bro?
So the guy next to him is like, yo, you need an Addy, which is, it's just, these guys are a walking science experiment. There's like, okay, I'm down, so I'm gonna take an upper. You know, I gotta go out, and I'm high anxiety, so I gotta drink this thing, so it lowers me. They're playing like a game of seesaw with the different substances. And then he would proceed to be carried out by security.
Nah, getting carried out like that is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. He might have been actually cooked. I was about to say, like, is he just like overly like drunk type of joint? Like, oh, he just need a couple minutes, or like he was really like, oh man, I need to go to the hospital because if he gotta get his stomach pumped or something, that's something entirely different. That's why you don't do drugs at all, kids. To be honest with you.
So just for some people that might have been feeling bad about the situation, because personally I feel bad for this guy in a different type of case. But this is just an example of something that he said himself in a previous stream.
25 mg, so you could like placebo max yourself like into thinking like you're gonna mug harder. I feel like it's kind of worth it.
The issue is that based on the research I did, 25 mg is worse than like 400 tests in toxicity.
Worse.
Yeah. So it's like, if you want to do 25 trend just for like a bit of a boost, it's like, why not just add like half a gram more of tests?
Because you're gonna bloat.
What are they even talking about, son? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Like conversations like these are just fire me. Like y'all niggas not doctors and nothing. Y'all can't. You mean like if you're not prescribing me some medicine, I don't want to hear you talking about milligrams, needles, nothing like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't hear nothing. Talking about ascending, like what are we talking about, bro? Why can't we talk about some sports or something? You feel me? Like y'all see LeBron dunk on boy last night, something like that, or some anime shit. Like, come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Y'all talking about the percentages of drugs y'all gotta take to get to looks max to the fullest potential to mog somebody else.
AI.
Yeah, but like, trying
It's,
to no
it's
blow.
kind of dweeby.
Yeah, but like gigabyte testing AI seems pretty ideal to be honest.
I'd rather 10 years sooner and more.
And if you're not, if like, I don't know, should you be eating like McDonald's if you trying to mog somebody or something? Is that? I feel like you should be eating healthy steak, broccoli, rice, chicken, whatever. Salads. You shouldn't be eating fast food. Going to the gym like 5 days a week. Instead of just shooting up a bunch of bullshit in your system, and then crashing out every now and then.
That's my thing. Who gives? You know.
Yo, it's hot as shit.
That's the only dope I got.
Chalk it up. You don't think you just mog on like 2 grams of testo?
Nah.
So here, what they're talking about is I think they're talking about tren and testosterone, which are 2 steroids. And then this guy's talking about the AI that he's talking about is an aromatase inhibitor.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I just thought about like niggas make fun of kids or like people who talk about Pokemon, anime, cartoons, PC nerd stuff, Legos and shit like that. But I'm gonna be so honest with you. I just heard this whole conversation. This was the geekiest, nerdiest shit I've heard in a while. Like, and nothing's wrong with it. Like, I'm not hating on that, but it's like, if you change your perspective, anything anybody's interested in, it's kind of nerdish in a way, because you got that passion when you're talking about it. Damn, I can't respect these niggas for being that passionate about something. Like, if you have no passion in life, I kind of just can't respect you at a certain point. Like, it's like, damn, you don't got nothing to live for. Like, you don't like cars, you don't like something, you don't like the like astrology, something to live for. You just nothing ever matters, bro. That shit corny, bro. I used to know a guy like that. That shit was just like, man, like, bro, go live for something, nigga. Damn.
And they're just talking about how one can affect you better. And then he's just basically saying, like, listen, if I'm going to look better, I'll shave 10 years. I'll shave 15 years. And one of the people that would reply to this is Cuffham, who was the first guy to really link up with Clavicular, well, after Cheezer.
There for me, I got to be there for him. I don't care if I got to pause this stream, put it on black screen just to go to the hospital, check up on him, and come back. I'm going to go check up on him because he checked up on me. I'm a real nigga first before anything. First, I'm a real friend. And y'all just want to tell him straight up, bro. Like, bro, you already made it. You successful. You can change your life around now. You don't got to do these drugs. You don't got to do this, all these, you don't got to do all these You don't got to do steroids. You already made it. You already successful, gang. Just, like, you know who you are. Like, you don't got to do none of that. You don't got to do none of that that's going to jeopardize your life. You feel me? So, yeah, that's it.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of Cuffham. Like, he got some funny-ass clips out there, but that's some real shit. That's a good man right there. Go visit the boy, like, he in the hospital, down bad, and giving him that pep talk. But also, some people don't want to hear that, bro. Some people stuck in their ways. Like, I be talking to my mans and everything about the content and shit. It's like, you can only talk so much before you just gotta give that up. If that's what niggas want to do, that's what niggas gotta do, you feel me? You could take a horse to the water, dunk its head in, and hold it there for 5 minutes straight. That nigga gonna hold his breath if you don't want to drink that water, and that's it. You can only do so much, Cuffham. So I hope Clav takes that advice, because I feel like he really shouldn't be having to do all this stuff. Like, if you watched our previous videos, hold on. If you seen me before and you're not subscribed, you trifling, bro. You got subscribed, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I don't make the rules, bro. But if you seen me more than once, you might as well subscribe because you like the content. That's all I'm saying. But Clav, like, I feel like he said he was during high school, he was in COVID years, and he didn't get the proper growth as regular people do, you feel me? So we all went through high school pretty much regularly. I mean, I missed my last year and year and a half, whatever, but I still had that social interactions and everything. He was getting bullied, or he did social Zoom call online for school, and it wasn't the same. So that's why he became the Clav we know today. So I hope he could grow out this phase where he still feels like he was that insecure little guy back in like middle school, high school, whatever. And now he realized he who he think he is. He could just stop doing all them mixtures and concoctions, bro. You don't gotta do all that, gang. Just live your life, live a long life.
So this is the thing. He's talking about you don't got to do nothing to jeopardize your life. I think he's sending out a good message. This guy himself has gotten a lot healthier. I think he put down the cup. I don't know if he was actually real sipping lean or fake sipping lean, which is something that people accuse Dave Blunts of. But he's been trying to get himself healthy. He's been losing weight. So congratulations to Cuff him for that. And I do think he's spreading a good message. The only thing is that what made Clavicular successful are the drugs. And we're going to get into that in a moment, because Clavicular would finally respond to the situation in less than 24 hours and say, just got home. That was brutal. All of the substances are just a cope, trying to feel neurotypical while being in public. But obviously that isn't a real solution. The worst part of tonight was my face descending from the life support mask. And then someone says, just autism maxed in public. Who gives a F what others think? And he says, if I wasn't a live streamer, I'd agree with you. Because that's what seems to be the case. Like, well, people will just tell him, like, bro, you just got to get off the drugs. You just got to get healthy, man. No, this guy has built a prison for himself. That's the problem. Like Clavicular, he has regularly said in the past that he would go days, and he would prefer to go days without speaking to anybody. So he was saying, like, at a time there were 5 days or 6 days straight where he didn't utter a single word. Yes, not utter a single word. He said he would wake up early or wake up late or something to go to the bathroom just so he wouldn't have to see his parents and or family members and them say something to him, just so he could go back and be on forums. And even as of last year or so, when he was already making good money, before he really started actively streaming, just off of his TikTok stuff and some of his YouTube stuff, he would talk about, like, yo, I'm not trying to go out. I'm not trying to do all this other stuff. The most enjoyable thing I can do is, make my money and sit here and doom scroll and rot on TikTok. He's like, there's nothing more enjoyable than this. And to a degree, I kind of understand what he's saying, even though I don't really doom scroll. Like, I despise just people sending me reels. Like, friends do it all the time. I'm never opening your reel. Like, stop sending them to me, please. Oh, man. And I tell them that, and
I be doom scrolling at the job, low key, bro. I do 3 things at the job. I do my job, I do it fast as hell so I can go back to doom scrolling, or I'm checking my YouTube studio, I'm replying to comments, I'm doing something always with YouTube, and I'm just chilling, bro. I should be a cool ass guy at the job. I ain't gonna fraud with you. Shit. But yeah, after a while, doom scrolling do get old. You gotta start making some moves, man. Nigga.
Keep sending them to me. Like, just stop. Anyway, I just had to let that out for a second. So the guy, he built his stream up on going, like, the people that watch him right now, he's going out, he's interacting with other people in public, there's fights happening, there's chaos, it's a circus. He cannot do this without the drugs. Think about it. He's gonna have sky-high anxiety. He's already, like you said, this guy is a little bit autistic, or at least he's high anxiety when it comes to social situations. So if he doesn't take the drugs, then people are just gonna say it's boring. Like, he's gonna go out, he's gonna be in a panic, and this is the difference between him and, let's say, a Cuffum or a Kai Cenat or even an Aiden Ross. If you were a classmate of Kai Cenat's, do you think he could have gone 5 minutes in class without saying a word? Like, this guy went 5 days and he enjoyed going those 5 days? No, Kai Cenat was bouncing off of walls since he was probably like 6 years old. I mean, we have content of the guy on Facebook video from when he was a young teenager, like, or not even a young teen. Yeah, I think he started uploading himself when he was 12, 13. This guy was watching FouseyTube and Roman Atwood, doing pranks, screaming, jumping, yelling. He was made to stream. This guy Cuffum also, he's a social guy. Like, sure, he may be in his room, but you can just see him interact. He's high energy. Clavicular is not. And this is the problem, because previously he didn't need to be, because a lot of his content was more informational about, like, all the stuff that he knows about these different drugs, and also like looks protocol.
That's the thing too. Like he said earlier in the video, he boxed himself into a certain content group now. Like, there's probably, like, if he don't pivot soon and fast, this, like, he's locked for this, bro. I ain't gonna fraud with you, bro. If you can't, like, my friend wanted me to do a fake beef with him to start doing content. Like, yeah, bro, why don't we start doing a fake beef online and we'll blow up, like, da da da. I sat there, I listened to the idea, and I thought to myself, that's not you, Kim. I said, yeah, nah, I forgot it, young boy. I ain't gonna lie, shit ass. I ain't gonna do that, John, bro. And, like, you gotta know what's for you and what's not for you, bro. And if this isn't for him, stop doing it, bro. You don't gotta go outside, pop it with the wool like that, bro. If you want to be inside the crib, if you could be entertaining and somehow still make your money off that, bro, do that, cause you'll be 50 times happier, and it'll show up. It'll show up in your content, gang. That's all I'm saying. Like, yo, I usually don't agree with this nigga at all, but I kind of low key feel bad. You shouldn't be ODing on stream, bro. It's kind of sad.
Calls and things like that. So he could just make that content. He didn't need to be a jester, for a lack of a better word, for his stream. So at that point, he could just make the money and he had a balanced life. I genuinely think that he believes that his life right now, other than the money, is worse than it was a year ago. And he even reminisces on times when he's like, man, you know, I really miss living with my grandma. When right now, he just got people around him trying to use him. So if he stops taking the...
That's what I'm saying. Like, the content wave he's in, it's just a cesspool of degeneracy, gang. Same thing like the Shade Frost side and all that other shit. Bro, some content is just degenerate content, and it will just drain your soul a lot faster, bro. You gotta do something that you really enjoy doing and love. You can't just do some shit for the money.
Drugs, which let's say he's not addicted and he could stop, which is what everybody that's addicted claims. Everyone's just going to be complaining about how boring the content is. And be like, dude, you remember when you used to go to these like parties and these tailgates and these things at U Miami or University of Florida, whichever, Florida Atlantic, whichever number of different colleges are. You remember when you used to go out to Tampa? Like, this is what we watched you for, because his blow up on streaming, everyone watched him when he was all on drugs. So when you take all of that away, they're like, you know, we're glad you're healthy, but we're going to move our viewership elsewhere to somebody that is going to behave in a manner that we would like. So that's what he's saying when he responds and says like, yo, if I wasn't a live streamer, I understand it. And that's why I think he's making such good moves, if you want to call it that, in terms of, yeah, he needed to pay for security, but this guy is grinding like no other. When he talks about hours streamed and trying to keep up high levels of content while streaming, he's taking every deal under the sun. He's opening up a club. He's got his own peptides that he's selling. What else? This guy's just trying to, quote, money max in any way possible. And he even talks about, he's like, yeah, you know, I don't really see myself streaming in 2 to 3 years. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. If you have a job that you really enjoy, that you love doing all of the time, you're not thinking like that. You're thinking, I hope this never ends. You don't hear an NBA player talking about, like, yeah, you know, after this.
Everything always ends, bro. Everything good comes to an end, so you got to prepare for that. The journey's end, bro. I'm sorry. Yo, if I get on YouTube, I'm straight investing money everywhere else. No cap. I'm trying to be a business conglomerate. You tripping.
4-year contract. I'm out. I've got my 60 million. That's enough for me to live. No, they're like, I'm trying to play as long as possible. I want to be in this game like LeBron. I don't want to get injured. I want to keep pushing. And LeBron, like, for example, when a player gets injured, a lot of them are depressed, even though they're still getting paid. Do you think if Clavicular was promised the same amount of money that he would still be streaming? And he's like, yeah, you know, you can take an injury, you can sit on the bench. Absolutely not. I don't think he enjoys the people that he's around, but he set himself up for this, unfortunately. And the show must go on when you've got all these employees.
I'm about to say, you just gotta keep going till you can find something else to pivot to and it not affect the cash flow, bro. I'm telling you, man. Get something happy that you in and doesn't affect your cash flow. You're going to be A1, bro. I swear. That's for everybody, to be honest with you. If you don't like where you at right now, pivot, bro. Just always pivot, man.
You've got a penthouse that needs to get paid. You've got a crib that you just bought. You've got security. You've got people relying on you. And you just, how else are you supposed to cope with this other than substances when you needed the substances to get to this level of success in the first place? And by level of success, I don't mean the general success that he had before he started streaming. But his streaming success is 100% reliant on these substances. And you can just see if he tries to stop them. Well, he knows. He's not a stupid guy. He knows if he tries to stop that the content's going to go down, and he's subject to having panic attacks. Just try to put yourself in his shoes, for instance. Let's say you're a normal person. Let's assume that, you know, you're socially normal. You can hang out with people. You've got friends, all that other stuff. Grew up normal, wasn't bullied, wasn't super sheltered. If I put a camera in front of you, well, number one, I have a guy following you with a camera that's pointed at you and 2 security guards, which you need because people have attacked you in the past. You are suddenly the center of attention. You're probably already going to feel a little bit anxious because everyone on the street that you pass by is looking at you, and you know that they're looking at you, and you don't know what they think of you. You don't know if they think, oh, here comes another one of these streamers. You don't know if they think, oh, hey, I know that guy. You don't know, but everybody's looking at you. You're suddenly the center of attention. And then
it's mad weird, bro. Yo, that's why I gotta give it to these live streamers, like going outside, walking around with a camera, like they the shit. Yo, I don't know how y'all do it. My anxiety be through the roof. I'm in that joint. Damn, they all think I'm a lame ass nigga. Ugly as shit, dickhead on camera. Fuck wrong with you? I'm in my head going crazy. That's why I do it for my crib. I don't even tell my aunt I do content. She be downstairs almost some, yo, stop playing the game. You loud as shit. Whole time I'm trying to make it out, auntie. I'm trying to get us a crib. Chill. Stay down till you get up. You feel me?
In that camera, there are a bunch of people in a chat waiting for you to entertain them. So there's pressure. You're putting on a performance. You're not just hanging out and doing.
Yo, his two lackeys are frying me. Like these two niggas just look like some random ass. I don't even know, bro. It's just like I see these niggas, I'm probably gonna laugh, but why they just like standing around awkward like that, just following this nigga, bro.
Waiting for you to entertain them. So there's pressure. You're putting on a performance. You're not just hanging out and doing your regular life. That's not what this guy built his stream on. Some people, they're able to do that. He is not. So you have that. And then now people are saying, damn, dude, like, you remember when you used to do this? Yo, this is boring. What the hell's going on? Your heart's going to start beating a little bit faster. You're going to be a little bit more stressed. There's going to be pressure to, quote, create content. Like, this guy's not a Vitali, who we will be talking about, trust me. Vitali is just, he's a natural born entertainer. This guy is like a Kai Cenat, except he has no limits and has done some quite disgusting things in the past. But yeah, I think people need to have a little bit more empathy in the situation. I'm not saying you should feel bad for the guy, but you should understand why he and
I'm about to say I can see why and how it's going, but it's like, damn, bro, slow it down for your own sake. Yo, fuck these niggas, fuck the fans. Like, no hating shit. I love the fans, but bro, if you about to die, don't die over the fans, bro. Come on. Like, you got family, loving parents, grandparents, everything like that. These people gonna come and go. Like, look at your two lackeys talking about some, bro, you want some more Adderall, bro? Like, what? What is wrong with you? I'm over here fading in and out of consciousness. You talking about some more, nigga. I don't know about you. I'd kick you off my team. I ain't going fraud with you. That just pissed me off. But hope he gets better, man. Hope it's not too serious. This is the end of the video, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We on the road to 400. Come on, we so close, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.